Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall is 10:05 Saturday night. Didn't go out. Was planning sort of maybe might go for a couple of scoops, and got a message to see would I do a run tomorrow to bring 6 Yanks from around the Athlone area to Galway and the Cliffs of Moher. So I said I would. So I'll be on the road early in the morning. So we'll see how that goes. A day trip. It's like a day trip to the zoo. Shout out to Brian Melrose, newcomer on the bus. And also, I meant to say to Stephen Pitt, I seen his comments the other day and I forgot to get back to him. He was our weatherman for the last couple of years and done an in-depth analysis of the weather on a daily basis. Fair play to him. Initially, when I did put up that comment to see was there someone going to do it, I wasn't expecting a weather forecast for every grounds and every track. It was if the going changed from what the original was, because we got caught out a couple of years ago with I had picked horses for good to firm and the ground changed to heavy, and then I had changed to I picked horses for soft ground and it dried out because I'd be doing it 2 days in advance. So fair play to him, he came in to help us anyway, and appreciate it. Thank you, sir. We had, well, I tell you, the first race of the day today was Adday, and my God, wasn't he absolutely brilliant? He's getting very popular with me, I must say, in the Hookham colours. It's a pity he's 7. It'd be mighty if he was a 5-year-old, but since he got gelded, he seems to have improved and he has settled down. And they're all again him. He drifted out again today to even money. 365 was given enhanced a super boost to 6-4, up to €50. So that was grand. But I don't know where he'll go next. That was his first time beyond a mile and a half as well. I can't understand. I wonder who did they got bet. Who was riding him that day? But Crowley gets a great tune out of him. We had Greek Flower didn't run, so we went on Torre Vega, and I cannot understand for the life of me. There's a lot of things I don't understand, but I can't understand why do they need to hold the horse up so much. I'm just going to show you, it's maiden win below in Cork last year, and it wasn't held up. That's him here.
Towards the centre of the track in the light green and
he's up
navy
at the pace.
colours. Towards the stand side, Torre Vega is keen in the early stages for Robbie Colvin, just settled in behind leaders. Blue News in the striped jacket as well up there in the early point of the race as well. Towards the far side, or towards the near side as we look at it, is Charlie Brown.
There he is with the black sleeves.
In company with another one taking a tug in behind the leaders, a Star of Freya.
He's not back here.
As the race through the first couple of furlongs, and
Here
Charlie Brown has come through on the far side now to have the overall advantage over in the centre, double jab with Blue News. Towards the stand side, the Great Lady Wing along with upside, that one is Torre Vega in the striped cap. Also towards the far side, another striped cap is Star of Freya. As they come down past the 2, and it's double jab, Charlie Brown on the far side, Star of Freya between them. Towards the stand side, Blue News, Torre Vega travels very strongly into the contest now for Robbie Colgan. Behind that is Wooden Head, who's trying to stay on. And behind those is Never Shout Never. Racing down inside the final furlong, it's Torre Vega who's come through in a tight rein to challenge double jabs. As the race inside the final 150, Torre Vega just edges ahead close home and is going to run this way a very comfortable length. Torre Vega from double jabs towards the...
And then the next time round, they had 5 furlongs, I think, and they held them up. And they held them up. And again today, and you could see, I said, don't go to the right, because you're going to get that door slammed in your face. And he went to the right. Why did he come to the left? Stop. He'd have been an awful lot closer. But it's awful unfair on the horse, I don't know. But anyway, I was looking at all his races today and I said, why do they need to hold him up? Because you can see there that he has the pace to stay and he can quicken. And the horse might be a bit pissed off as well, saying, look, don't be getting me into trouble. We had... Kikuli, I did say last night I thought it needed to be above average because a 3-year-old finds it difficult to win that race, and obviously it's not above average because someone mentioned there about pace. There was plenty of pace on. I thought it just wasn't good enough. And then we had the one in England, 6.5. That was the grand winner, drifted out as well, out to 11-4. That was 2-1 last night. Money came for the other one. 'Twas a shoe-in, nearly that reverse forecast. We had a grand winner in Dare to Hope, and the one I gave strong mention to, Ramazan, and I said about to second in the Air Gold Cup last year of 101. It ran that race today of 103. It's 16-1 for the Air Gold Cup. Obviously, it's going to that next. It might have been as tuned up, and it was drawn the wrong side as well. Our one was drawn the best as it was today. I actually had the forecast for a few quid. It paid 39 something, and I actually done a tri-cast combination 1, 9, 10. I do often put the 2, 3 numbers together, and Summergan was the other one, and it was 4th. Nearly had a nice payout, but that opened up 10-1. We missed the 10s, but it was 13-2 last night when I was doing the video. And then Boomerang Bill. I said there was a doubt last night, a related half-brother to Nahar, the 6-furlong horse. There was a doubt about the trip. It looked like it needed the trip the last day. It didn't actually, the way it fell in a hole today. Don't be going that distance again. Masai Mara ran a decent enough race, went out to 40-1 before the off. I think he pulled the handbrake at the furlong pole and let the other horse in front of him, which had a barging on. There's a race in him, but it wasn't to be today. Tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow? There's a couple of now, they're a bit dodgy, but as they used to be saying, there's rations for everything and there's curtains for cakes. There's a reason for this, or a reason. First time in a handicap for Legend of Kings, a well-bred horse. It's by Camelot, and its offspring has won races, but it was behind Al Macam in a maiden first off, and then it was third, but the last in a race that has turned up a couple of winners, and it was a decent maiden, but the handbrake was totally on, and the foot brake. I still got a mark of 77 or something. What happened there? I must have touched the wrong button. Where was I? I was back here. Yeah, we touched the wrong button. Big fingers.
Dawned on Simon, Legend of Kings on the improve in the royal blue and white colours, heading towards the last two there. In the middle, Sugar Road. On the left, Eve Stone is now unleashing her effort. Northern Choice away to the right, and the extreme right is Make a Claim. These four in advance of Legend of Kings as they work to the final furlong. Eve Stone, she's starting to get there now. She's unwinding, now she's unleashing to join Make a Claim, who's rallying on strongly to the line. Eve Stone and Make a Claim driving together close home. Make a Claim will tip Eve Stone out of it. Make a Claim has won, beating Eve Stone. Back in third was Sugar Road and fourth.
So the jockey jumped off and he said, job done. He's got a mark of, what is it? 77. It's a 3-year-old. If the handbrake is off tomorrow and if it doesn't drift out like a bird, it's 9-2 there. Take a chance on the win. I wouldn't even bother going each way. It's either well handicapped or it's not. It's Jackson or Johnson. We have a bus horse running in Ponte in the 4:45. And the reason I'm putting this up is to show, hopefully, that the change of jockey and the importance of a good jockey on it. Adday in Devon, SDS in the plate tomorrow, and he has a couple of wins and a couple of places on it. He has 2 wins and 2 seconds and a third. Got a hard bad ride the last day in the Shergar Cup. It's drawn in 1. I prefer if it's over 5, but it's because it's a stiff finish. But like just winning in Sandown over 5. We'll put it up and see what's the story with it. There is a danger in that Rage of Bambi because it's getting a big pull in the weights from when it ran against us before, which was in Bath. It's the first time we won on it, wasn't it? In the listed race. And it has won since over 6. But we were carrying 8-12 that day, and this one was carrying 9-8. That's £10 of a pull because we're on level weights tomorrow. Just hampered at the start. Whatever, we were favourite that day. So we'll just see what SDS does tomorrow. That is Sylvester de Sousa. And then there's one interesting race in Ponte as well tomorrow. It's a sprint race. There's a 3-year-old a favourite, and I think it's drawn in 4. Van de Man, I think we could take it on. Could take it on each way with Walbank at the top weight. And it's drawn in 1, isn't it? It's drawn in 2. So it'll be out and wing. It's a front running track. But this is back at 5. If you look at when it won, it's the second first time out in its life, in 22, and then won. It moved to Medan and won over 6 at 6-4 favourite, and it went off 11-10 favourite for that race. But I don't know what the hell happened to it, because the horse that he beat in that race there, Yanifis, finished second to Mischief Magic in that race, and he was doing whatever the hell happened. He must be out late the night before. Where was he there? Way back. It went off 11-10 fav, and Yanifis was second. So the last day then, first run in England, it ran pretty alright, and I think if it comes on a bit for the trip, and because the fact that it won at 6 before, it should be finishing.
Attitude, and then came Walbank and Rocking Ends up to the line ahead. Miss Attitude now makes the move on top. Here from Tanastor near the line. Tanastor, Miss Attitude, bobbing ahead. Tanastor, Miss Attitude, nothing in it. Rocking Ends was back.
That was a good sprint. He got a bit tired that day, that he might second run back after the layoff. It's a decent race. Actually, with the favourite there, the old timer Arecibo has a good pull on the weights. It's only carrying 8 stone 2 tomorrow, a pound wrong, but it's getting £11. And the last day it ran, it was 4th to Van de Man. There was only £1 between them, wasn't there? But Arecibo was getting on like myself. There's one in Ponte. The weight to stop at 3. Our receiver was 9.6, 9.7, £1. It's £11 now. Tomorrow. That's a good pull. But it's 9. Actually, at a big price, if to stay at the 8 there, I receive maybe for someone, it's 18-1, I think, or something. It's outside the lot 14th. I was trying to look for something in Tramore, or as they say down there, Tramore. But I couldn't find anything. But there's a race in France. The Alec Head, the Group 2. Friendly Soul is a hot favourite after winning in Ascot, which is over a mile. But the form has been franked since. That was a Group 3. Costaprano, that was fourth, and that won a group Thursday, wasn't it? In France, Group 3. It was a decent race. Group 3. But there's a horse that ran at Group 1 level, Candala. Mikel Barcelona on board for the Agacan by Frankel, Dalicani mare. Candela, she was a decent mare too. But it won Group 3 first run of the year. Hosed up, no, that was the date, it was hosed up last year in the maiden, yeah, that one, yeah. Then it ran in a Group 1, it was only beaten about 4 lengths first run. And then the last day it was stepped up in trip to 1.5 miles. But it got no run at all. And it's shocking to think there was only 6 in it. And it got every door closed on it.
In front, being followed by Zarovska in second place. Suvi now is in the clear. Candala is following. Mosaic's trying to pick up. Tomiko is last of all, and it is Suvi who hits the front at the 300 marker, followed by Zarovska. Mosaic is still running on though to the outside. Suvi in front, followed by Mosaic. Candala is trying to stay on. Suvi still in control though, going to the finish. Suvi is the winner. Mosaic second, Candala third, and fourth was Zarovska. Suvi has gone on to...
That was a Group 2. Stepping back in trip. The other one is stepping up in trip. I do always sort of go with the one stepping back in trip when it has shown that it can go the distance. I know that Friendly Soul has won at the distance, hasn't it? Won a listed race in Newmarket. Beat Calpano. But it has to travel home ground. Might be a bet there as well, Candela without the fav. Probably get 2 to 1. Anyway, better get this into the oven. Bash the bookies over and out.